There we go. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thirsty Thursday. Me and your boy, Coach Dubb. Me and my guy, Coach Dubb. Let me get him in here on. Okay, I see you joined on IG. You got a request. Request that thing. I'm gonna get Coach Dubb in. We're gonna talk about, man, I found this property today, guys. Wildest story. It's 12 days to sheriff's auction. 12 days. Did you request, big homie? I don't see you yet. There you go. Okay. All right, Coach Dubb's coming in, guys. I'm gonna talk about this property I found today, though. Man, it's worth $180,000. $180,000. There he is, Coach Dubb. What's up, man?
What up, bro? Happy to be here with you as usual.
Yeah, for sure, man. How you doing, dog?
Man, everything is good. Peace, feeling peaceful, feeling blessed, and just happy to be out here impacting others, man. So it's end of our volume month. We're kicking off, man. We staying busy right now.
I bet, man. I bet. Also, this is like you got a lot more going on this month, or the end of this month, you said?
Oh yeah, man. I'm just focused on my team, man. I'm getting a bunch of people promoted, helping them change their life and their financial situation. So that's what we're working on. Busy.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. I had it's Thirsty Thursday, and this is Coach Dubb started with this show, man, to fill your financial cup. You know what I mean? So we're on my live tonight, man, and that's what we do in life. I always say I put up a post, if we stop going into situations saying how much money can I make, and instead ask ourselves the question, how can I help? What do I need to do to help this person or bring a solution to the situation? We get paid off of the value that we bring. That is what we get paid for. So if we got to stop asking that question first, and that'll change things. That's a paradigm shift. And I'm going to talk about finding a property today. I found it in, there's no competition. We like no competition leads, and we go about it a certain way. So it's just a funny story, man, but there's 12 days until sheriff's auction. So I like that you're doing that with your team too, man, out there in Vegas. You know what I mean? And we're about to have that. We're going to have that Motiv8 Summit. Coach Dubb's coming, and he's got some special stuff, man. My mentor, I was on his show last night. He asked me about that prior, and then when we got off, he asked me, like, man, what's that blind trust thing? What's that? I was like, oh, that's my homie flying in from Vegas to give the game on putting. I was like, how we buy houses in trust, anonymity, layers of protection. And for the subject too, well, you can buy a business, put a business in a trust. So my homie's going to come give us the game on that, man. So tell us a little bit, man, about that, a little bit about what you're going to give us.
Oh man, yeah. So it's super smooth. So there's people are getting tired of putting their businesses into a regular LLC or some type of corporation, because while that did give you this level of the corporate bill, right? What ended up happening was the procurement of online and the internet and the access that people have, they are now able to go out and see who owns what you're doing with your properties. If you own like certain patents and stuff like that, guess what? When you order products and stuff like that, and they come from a shipyard, well, they can start to see what these products are that you're getting in, because the manifest has to show that it's coming from a business, right?
Oh, so, yeah.
There's plenty of exposure. You want to know who owns a ton of property? All you got to do is what? Go look up the LLC. Right?
Yep, public record too. I see it all the time. I talk about that exactly. That owns 83 in my city. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
So you know how you were able to find that, right? Well, guess what? People are tired of having that exposure, right? That are out here and investing or have large businesses that generate a lot of income or revenue, because they're seen as what we consider, quote unquote, that target. Well, I actually studied and was looking for an opportunity, because I was just trying to put my corporation to have a trust own it, because you can do that too, right? Well, what I found out was there's a way that you can actually set up a business as a trust. You don't even need to go to the LLC levels, right? You still get that corporate layer of protection, but it's even better. And what happens is,
what does it do for? What does it do for the business? Like, what are the benefits to the business for it?
So how it works is, you have to have articles of incorporation. You got to have all this registration, all these fees that you actually have to pay when you go register for a corporation through the state, LLC, whatever it is, what have you, right?
Yeah.
And then every year you got to pay that, right? Well, in California, on top of that, you got to pay what's called a franchise tax, which is really, really high. It gets expensive,
Man,
right? So
California's
you're
wild.
paying a lot of money out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does this do? This just benefits government, right? This is just money that goes to the government, right?
Uncle
So,
Sam. Uncle Sam.
exactly. So as business owners, we like to be able to keep as much of our money as possible and revenue generating more use, right? So
Right.
when you create a business trust, you no longer
Mhm.
need a LLC or a corporation. All you need is a tax ID and one declaration page of your trust. Well, guess what?
What?
When you do that, you're not registering with the state. It's that's how you become a blind business. You don't have
Bro,
to sit here and listen.
that
You can
is
go get
hard.
you can take that trust and you fill
Uh-huh.
out the paperwork to get your tax ID with the government because you
Okay.
still have to register with the government. And
Right.
you're registering a business trust, ABC, whatever business trust
Yeah,
is the name
trust.
of it, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's a trust. But what do we have with a trust? You know who the trustee is, but you don't know who the beneficiary is. You don't know
Beneficiary
who
of
owns
that
it.
trust. That's why I buy
Yeah.
subject twos and my house in trust.
Yeah.
Beneficiary.
Now,
And you have control. Do you have to register
you
the
have
trust?
control.
You have
You
to
don't have
register
to
the
register
trust.
the trust information. All you do is you get your tax ID. You got to check your
That's
states because there are several states where some do require
different.
a business trust actually be registered as a business.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
in each one of those states, 99.9% of the time, there's a loophole that you can avoid where you still don't even have to do that.
Really?
Yes. So unless you want people to know what the business trust is by, getting a website and all that, you don't have to do all that. All you need is your tax ID. You can take that and a declaration page and you can go open a business account, get everything set up using the tips that we talked about that we're going to give away at the conference on how you can go ahead and get your
I'm
business
hyped about that.
tax
Yeah.
ID to an A1 credit rating in about 90 days or so. So we're giving that away at the conference, right?
See,
But
yeah, that's
the
dope, man.
business trust, man, this is
It's
power
huge.
because now you can put a trust that owns that. So you even have another layer of protection,
Yeah.
but you don't have to sit here and pay all these exorbitant fees. You don't have to register
Mhm.
with the state, and you're keeping yourself off of the radar of people that are
Yeah.
going out looking for these people as targets, as business owners and what have you.
Right.
So
Right, man,
it's
that is huge. That's huge.
yeah,
And that's what, see, the thing about that is what you just explained and the features of that, the benefits of that. People who are already entrepreneurs and
mhm.
they being an entrepreneur, it's not all roses and sunshine, rays of sunshine, man. It is hard and difficult. There's times, man, where you'll have a week, like $20,000-$30,000 in a week. Then the next week, it might be $300. You know what I'm saying? So knowing these small nuances, right? Especially as a Black entrepreneur, knowing these
Yeah,
small nuances how to maneuver in the game at a high level is so beneficial to us, man, because I'm gonna tell you, man, I live in Iowa. All right, Sioux City, Iowa. There's not a lot of people that look like me. So, but I have this. I mean, there just isn't not that's doing a lot of business like that. Real estate investing, anything, man, especially at a high level. So, having that nuanced knowledge, man, they have to do what I ask them. They do, and be so that blind trust. That is a benefit to you and to us. To me, I'm definitely doing that because I got DBAs doing business ads. So, guys, being an entrepreneur, you got to have this knowledge. You got to have this knowledge and have your framework in order. Your LLC, and a blind trust, running with that anonymity. You don't have to register these certain things, and you're going to teach us that. That's huge, man. That is
yeah,
huge.
absolutely.
And yeah, I wanted to talk about how I found this property today in foreclosure, about to go to sheriff's auction. But it's hard. People ask me, how do I talk to these people too? I was in a tent. It was like a kind of awkward situation because the tables were turned. Right. I was just eating dinner with my family, man. Because I haven't had a lot of time lately. I've been putting together Motiv8, but I got back to my roots today, man. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you guys.
What Gene got for us?
I had to get back to my roots today for a minute, man. I got my newspapers that have been piling up looking for prospects. Guys,
Yeah.
I found this one. It's going to auction, sheriff's auction in 12 days. Now, I don't know how many people that are watching have tried to get into real estate investing or any other business, went to a bank and tried to borrow money or went to a vendor and tried to purchase some inventory that you needed to start your business. And I don't know if you were treated, maybe the same or looked down on or made to feel small or whatever. I know that's happened to me plenty of times. Happened to me plenty of times. So getting back to my roots, finding this property, knowing how to do what I do, becoming the bank, knowing how to become the bank. These people are at a point where they need me. So I was eating dinner with my family, man, and it dawned on me today. I found this property. It's worth $180,000. Okay. The judgment on it is $73,000. All right, do the math here. So that's 100. That leaves a room of $110,000 equity. So it's going to start at auction. It's going to start at auction at 73. That thing is in what they call God's country. So it's going to get bid up, to 130, 40,000 at least, because I've seen it done when I didn't have any money. I just went to watch to learn. Well, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it before it goes, because what I did, I broke the sanctity of old white men sports. I'm just gonna say it. Old white men, man. They sit on boards of directors. They they're in all the government positions, the politics. It just is what it is, right? So I found this foreclosure. Well, doing my research that the GoGetter family does, what we're going to teach you how to do in step 3, finding prospects, I found out who the guy was. I found out who the owner was. There's $110,000 room in equity. But I'm just going to come in and I'm going to pay what he owes, what he's behind. Not even that 73,000 that he owes. I'm going to pay what he's behind, and I'm going to take ownership of that house. So I found out who it was. Well, it just so happens I like to golf. All right. I'm not very good at it though. I'll admit it. Like I'm gonna, I got a net in my front yard. I'm out there hitting that thing. So I practice, but found out who it was. It's the attendant, the front desk attendant at the best golf course, one of the best golf courses in a city. Now, the first couple of times I went there, I felt a little awkward. I was made to feel, I should say. Right? I mean, not just a little. I'm like, just not welcome. So this guy's in foreclosure. I look at his Facebook page, which is part of our research process, because I want to know everything. I want to know if you like dogs, cats, married, divorced, whatever. So now I know I got this house that has 2 choices, and they don't even know they got 2 choices. They think they only got 1 choice. This guy's not even opening up letters, answering phone calls, anything anymore. Check this out. It's crazy. So I was like, you know what? He works at this golf course. I told my fiance, I'll be back. I'm going to the golf course, but this time I'm not bringing my clubs. So she's like, what? Like, yeah. So I went in there, man. And he asked if he could help me. He recognized me because I always chit chat with people. And I told him I was here on business this time. Now I'm quite certain that in his mind, he thinks it's all over with. His Facebook looks normal, all this stuff. He thinks there's no other options left. Guys, I'm going to stand to make when I get this property. I'm saying when because when I get this property, I'm going to stand to, to pretty much, it won't cost me that much, guys, honestly, because I got a couple buyers. I'm going to sell it to them on contract and I'll have ownership. So I'll be making, I'll probably make on this property because it's a multi-unit, but it needs to be converted just a little bit. Yeah. Multi-unit. And I'll stand to make, 30,000 profit that I'll bring home off of this check. That's going to be bigger than 50. I'll show it to you guys. But anyway, I tell them I'm here on business. And I didn't realize what I was doing. I'm in a golf course, man. These guys take this serious. They didn't let black people play golf at like Augusta until freaking like 90 something or something, man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I go in there and I'm pretty much this guy's savior. I think he felt when I said, I'm not here on business. I said, I'm not here to golf this time, Dave. I'm here on business. I said, you probably don't know this, but I'm a real estate investor. I said, but I'm not your typical real estate investor, Dave. And he's like, okay. I said, Dave, what I do is I usually talk to people and I usually end up consulting people that are getting problems, getting a hard time from their lender. I was doing some research today, Dave, and I came across an address at Morningside and I went there. I actually left a note on the door, Dave, and he knows what's up. He knows his situation, but I haven't said it yet. And man, he's tightening up. There's nobody in there, of course. I waited. Yeah, it's just me and him. So I said, and I help them understand what other options they have available, because the banks, Dave, they're not going to tell people all of the options that they have available, especially in tough situations where the bank can give them a hard time.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me. And I just looked at him and he said, "So are you a realtor or what?" I said, "No, Dave, no, I'm not a realtor. I'm not a real estate agent." I said, "I'm an investor." I said, "But just a couple of weeks ago, I just helped a lady um, that had a sheriff's auction in 6 days." And this is what he said to me, man. This was the crazy part. He said, well, and he didn't spit the whole question out though, because he was like embarrassed, his pride, man. It's hard to approach a person in foreclosure. I'm at his job, bro. Like, he's like, "So when is it?" He said, he didn't say, "So when is mine?" But he was like, "So when is," and then he gestured, like, "When is mine?" You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. He didn't even know when his date was, man. And it's 12 days away. So these are the positions that we're in, guys, when we have this knowledge. Like, so that's why that blind trust knowledge, it's huge. And what I just said, he probably saw me come in there golfing, sometimes in a muscle shirt, or I got a couple tattoos on my neck, whatever, and probably assumed something about me. But now, today, I walk in there to buy his house, to save him from a situation. So I told that long-winded story, man, and that experience, because this is the change that we'll have in our lives when we and I told him I'm gonna be I help people, Dave. That's why I gave my card. This is the change that we'll have in our lives, guys. We'll have a little, man, influence and to help people, but then also to break these misconceptions and these stereotypes that people have of us. And I'm in a position now like this, all these stereotypes, because I saw his Facebook. There were some BLM things up there, and not in favor of some, just things like that. So this is the position though that we'll be in. Now I'm gonna help him, but I'm also going to own his house too, though. He
Right.
was upset with BLM now. I won't wear my BLM shirt in there until after I have the house. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to wear that. So guys, that's part of our 7 steps too. And that it is all a recipe, but you learn these steps in order, right? You learn them in order, and we learn the essence of a thing, guys. I didn't say I went and bought a list and I cold called this guy and was like, "Hey, do you still want to sell your house?" No, I went, man. So he took my card. He's going to call me, but I'm actually going to write him a letter, and I'm going to have the redacted response of my email to the account manager of the last house I just bought, of how I put her in her place and spoke up for the little guy. So that is going to show him what we're about. So guys,
Yeah.
anybody can do this. Anybody can do this, and it brings joy to your life, man. It ain't even about the money. I don't know how much I'm going to make on the money. The numbers, though, I mean, it's a good deal, but it brings joy to your life, man. It does. I know what you do. You've been hype all week, man, about that blind trust situation.
Oh yeah, man. It was so I've been looking into it, right? Because part of our product, our platform is we create a trust for our clients. We have credit attorneys that work on credit, and they know the law and everything else. So part of our platform is we're gonna get them their will, their trust, and their power of attorney for free when they sign on to do the credit restoration process with us, because that's our flagship product, but we offer so much more, right? So this tool, the trust alone, when I started reading it, because I knew a little bit about trust, but our corporation lays out how important a trust really is. It tells you step by step everything that you need to do to set up your trust, and how to take your properties and transfer them into your living trust, how you can do everything. So
I love that.
I mean, it's phenomenal. We're not just, hey, this is it and go figure it out. It's like, no, do X, Y, Z, set this up. And then when you're ready and they ask you all these questions, now here, go take this deed to your house and put it in this trust. Or, if you got a car, put it in your trust, whatever it is.
Right.
Put it in there. Why are they doing this? Well, guess what the wealthy individuals of our of the world are doing?
The world, yes.
The world thing. This isn't something that's just in the US. This is in the world that trusts are accepted. They don't own anything. So if you go to try and sue them, they don't own anything. So an attorney is going to say, hey, listen, there's no point in you trying to sue this person because they don't have anything that they own that you can get anything of value when they try to liquidate it. You're going to be sitting waiting for your money forever.
Yep.
Well, that's why they do it, number one. But number two, when they pass on, they easily keep stuff out of probate, which is where you go in front of a stranger that decides what happens to your family's belongings, because it gets transferred by the trust, right? Yep. Well, I was like, well, this is a fantastic tool. Why can't I do something like that with my business? So I was just trying to find out how to get my business transferred with my trust. And what I stumbled across, this is how you know stuff is supposed to be what it's supposed to be, is I just stumbled across the fact that they said, well, why do you need to have a corporation owned by a trust? Why don't you just have the corporation be the trust? Do you know how many tax laws you transfer away from yourself? You transfer away from your family from having to stress when you put anything in a trust, whether it be personal property or a business.
Yeah, that's
so
man. Mm-hmm.
That's huge. That's huge.
Is.
And then so I found out that these major people that own like airplanes, that own huge multi-billion-dollar businesses, that own patents, this is what they're doing. They're not, they don't like the layer of being exposed because of what the access that we have with the internet. So they found this guy who started back in 1995 creating these business trusts because he was a real estate investor. But realized he realized that the same way, it applies to a real estate investment, or you can create a real estate investment trust agreement and stuff like that. You can actually do that for a business.
Yeah.
And so now he's training and teaching all of these people, and he charges 10 grand. 10 grand to be his client.
Yeah, big money.
10 grand to be his client.
Big money.
Or you do it yourself. He has a program for 3 grand. Well, you can do it yourself. So guess what I did?
Ooh,
I want to pay the 3 grand so I can teach this to everybody else. Yeah, I got to get the knowledge.
That's an investment. That is an investment in you, your business, your family. That's why we're having Motiv8, because the people that want to invest in themselves. So to the people that have gotten your ticket so far, I hope you're watching this right now, because we're gonna give you the tools that you need step by step. And I know that a lot of people have been to seminars and been to courses before, and it's just, oh yeah, they're cheering and this and that, or you have a person, you have 10, 12 people there that are speakers, and they only get to speak for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, so they can't give you that deep dive into. We're having a 3-day deep dive to give those people, the ones that have bought your tickets already, and we got your hotel rooms and all that work. You guys are going to get this game, man. You're going to get this game, and we are millionaires already. We are, but we have to get that knowledge out of our head, right? And we've got to mine that gold and put it into a process. And this is what Coach Dubb just invested in himself, but that's an investment in his family, in his business, and everything he has going on, man. And that investment, Coach Dubb, that is gonna. My mentor was asking me about that multiple times now. Multiple times. He's like, man, what is this blind trust thing? I'm like, man, because I gave a deal for his viewers. He has like 87,000 subscribers. So I had to put a deal for his viewers, his roundup family together, man. And that was one of the features, man. He was like, oh, we got to put this in the super early bird for my people, man. So giving the people, we're gonna have at the Motiv8 Summit, we're gonna have Dr. Raul Sanchez there, right? He's Renewing the Mind, founder of Renewing the Mind Clinic, Renewing the Mind podcast. He's an executive coach, man. He coaches CEOs, man, and COOs, high level guys that are already high level. And man, so he's going to be giving this game to us, man, because I know Dr. Sanchez, I know Raul, man. And I know how he grew up. He knows how I grew up too, man. That's my cousin for real, like my stepmom's nephew, man. And so he grew up just like us, though, like he had to fight, man. He had to fight. And now he's doing so he agreed to come and give these gems to the GoGetter family. So y'all that's coming, man, y'all are GoGetter family. We're going to take care of you throughout and then afterwards too, man, because it's a family. So Dr. Raul Sanchez is going to be there. He's going to be one of the openers so we can have our minds right. And then, man, we got Coach Dubb there, giving the man the mindset and the financial game, business trust, and then business credit in 90 days, guys. Ike Rayford, former TEDx speaker, DIS certified. So we're that super early bird special. I'm gonna put the link, guys, for you guys, man, because that's the big homie too, and it's only $797. You get all the features. You get to bring a guest, and your hotel rooms included in that. It's only until Sunday though, at midnight. I'm gonna put the link in the description. You guys click that link, boom, and I'll put the link in my bio for Instagram too, so you guys can check it out. And then there's an email too. If you guys have questions, just put your email and your name in there, and one of my team will call you, and we can discuss things as well. Dr. Sanchez, Levi, given the business trust, the business credit. Ike Rayford, TEDx speaker, DISC certified. DISC is a personality assessment that helps you understand yourself, understand your strengths. If you fall into one of four categories, right? It's like dominant, one's a thinker, one's man, I don't know the four for sure. But knowing these about yourself, I know which one I am, and knowing that, and then I know how to what characteristics to look at in other people. Just like today when I went and talked to my guy at the golf joint, man, where I invaded that that sanctified space of theirs, man. But I had the power. It was cool. Yeah. So Ike Rayford, man, he's gonna give you that. He's running for city council too. So he's got a lot going on. November 2nd is the election, guys. So if you're from Sioux City, Iowa, man, vote Ike Rayford. You know what I mean? Vote, y'all. Also, we got David Anderson. He's going to be giving the business automation and social media optimization. So you have that thing running by itself for you, So guys, we want people there that are serious too. That's why it's in Sioux City, Iowa, man. I'm going to bring you to my investment properties with them 7 steps to becoming the bank. And I'm trying to knock out like 3 more before y'all get here, man. About 3 of them. I think I can hit a triple, But because guys, now is a great time to be an investor because there's going to be a lot of properties that are distressed, and then to have your credit right and to be able to leverage using other people's money, using your credit, man. Talk to me about some of the benefits of that, Coach Dubb, will have that credit right along with your business, like what you do.
Yeah, man. So we help people fix their credit. So, all right, listen, 2020, we know a lot happened in the year and it put a lot of people back. Let me tell you just a quick, easy statistic that lets you know we're in a major situation, not only for real estate investing, but for credit, right? So in 2020, before 2020, there were 43 million Americans with quote unquote less than perfect credit. In 1 year, the pandemic almost tripled that. There's over 112 million Americans with less than perfect right now.
Yeah, because everybody had to use their credit cards.
Everybody had to use their credit cards if they were lucky. And before the pandemic, we had over $1 trillion in credit card debt already. So when people lost jobs, if they were able to still pay their bills, that's what they were using. Well, what else happened is we had that foreclosure moratorium. So nobody was getting foreclosed on. So now, if you don't have the money, guess what's going to happen? People are heading down the road to foreclosure. So get to the seminar so you can understand what the heck Gene is trying to teach us so we can help some people prevent foreclosures, what's that going to do for our economy? We're not going to see what happened in 2008 with all those foreclosures dropping all these values. So we're here to save people that way, number one. But then number two, because their credit's jacked up, but nobody wants to talk about it. You got people like myself that can show you the actual loopholes of the law because we have credit attorneys that are going to come around here and show you how you can legally get those negative items off your credit report, get your finances back to where they need to be. So what? You're not paying high interest rates. You're not spending. And then we're going to educate you on not using credit or anything like that to go and get the newest J's or buy the best rims for your vehicle. We're going to show you how you can go get that after you go and use your credit to give you investment vehicles that are going to give you opportunities to make money off of it and benefit
while you're sleeping.
And grow.
While you're sleeping, man. And can I say real quick? I gotta say real quick, man. I did a show on credit, man, in America's Credit Crunch, man. Our credit the cliff that we're on. The average American, right, only had it was like $300 or $400 in savings. So anything above $400 that was an unexpected expense, y'all, that had to go on a credit card, and that put the average American in debt. It put them in debt. And the average Black American, we start off in life right now, man. I think it was since 19 with the average wealth of a new Black person, man, born in America, negative $1,000. That's our wealth. That's what we own as a people, man, when our child is born to this earth in this country. And if you're okay with that, man, but I'm not, right? And there are ways. So this is why we have to protect ourselves. But I've told a couple of people, man, close people, I said, you know what? it's their game, man. It's a game. We're in a game, man. Like one of my guys got a job, man. I don't want to say what it is or whatever, but he's like, I don't want to do the politics, man. And I'm like, hey, it's part of it, man. It's part of it. Now you're in that game, whether you like it or not. You're in that game, even if you don't want to be. So if you're going to be in the game, are you going to play that game to the best of your ability? Or are you just going to let them you just be moved around? Like, and if you have the knowledge and the ability, or it's there for you to do that, and you have to invest a little time in yourself to do that, man, by all means, don't have an unexpected expense of $300 or $400. And the highest one, the most likely one is a unexpected medical expense. So you're having a medical issue and you go into debt, going to bankruptcy and going to foreclosure. You guys don't know how many people I have talked to that had an unexpected medical situation that are in foreclosure. And what Coach Dubb and I do is right along those lines of, he's helping people that have been in those situations, and then helping people to come in those situations and help others and make money at the same time for them and their families, and everybody's being helped. So, man, come get that game. Come get it. Yeah. So I'll leave that link. Coach Dubb's gonna be here. I gotta holler at him a little bit after this, man. We can start working out some logistics and get this thing done. We're gonna have a panel of professionals too, man. My business partner is gonna be there. He's an ICU doctor. He's gonna be on that panel. I got an insurance agent. My broker, they're a team. He's gonna be in Disneyland with his kids, so kicking it. But an accountant, executive director, Chamber of Commerce. Some knowledge for you guys.
Major moves, man. Major people gonna be in the room giving you some serious knowledge.
Giving you the nuggets of the real life, though. I'm telling you, man, it's of the real life. This isn't that infomercial stuff that just touches surface level. Because when you leave Motiv8, you are not gonna ask yourself, okay, I got all this knowledge, I got this plan step by step, but where do I get the money to buy the house? Or where do I get the money to become an entrepreneur? You're not going to ask yourself that. That question is no longer existing, because we're going to show you how you make money without money and with this. Man,
exactly.
That thing's endless, man. So, Coach Dubb, I appreciate you hopping on tonight too, man. Every Thursday, I kind of enjoy chopping it up with you.
Absolutely, man. It's a blast for us to get on here and chop it up and, just add that value, man, trying to feed people that knowledge. So,
yeah, for sure. Hey, guys, I found that foreclosure that I talked to today. You seen all them newspapers in the legal section? And I got a few more, man, that are these are golden prospects. This isn't just, hey, I can skip trace 1,000 people and you just get a bunch of stuff you don't even know what it is. They are the most motivated of the motivated. So that's your tip. Yep. Legal section, guys. They're divorces, deaths, foreclosures for whatever reason. I got some ones that just got recorded today. So, Coach Dubb, you got any final words for the people, man?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. First off, listen, the value you guys get here is like on steroids when you come to our in-person events. We just did one for free out in Fresno, California. If you missed it, man, listen, you missed some powerful information. That's like 1/10 of what you're going to get when you come out to Sioux City, Iowa. And Sioux City, not Iowa. Tell them where we're going.
Yeah, it is Iowa.
It is Iowa.
City, Iowa. Yeah. Sioux City, Iowa. We got South.
I want to make sure I said it right.
We're a small dot on the map. That's why, man. If we're doing it here, you can do it anywhere in the country, man. Subject to, Go ahead, my bad, homie.
Hey, no, you good. I just want to make sure I got it right. Like, hey.
I know. It's all good.
Y'all gotta get there. You gotta get there by any way possible, any means necessary. Come get the knowledge, the value that we're going to give you, especially my man Gene putting all this stuff together. And listen, we just mentioned that the big thing that you see bankruptcies in this country for are what? Medical bills. That's the biggest thing. And don't you know, when you work with someone like myself, we can help prevent bankruptcies, because medical collections are actually a HIPAA violation and one of the easiest things for us to remove from your credit, so you can go on with your life and not have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's what I love. So, see, man, I love being able to, when the system, man, these institutions, man, that have been squeezing blood out of a nickel, man, but that nickel has come from our pocket. You know, it's come from our pocket. I've seen Coach Dubb do it already. I mean, I have. And getting them off your back and being able to say, you know, yeah, keep it moving. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's phenomenal. And I'm always happy to help and add some value and just share what we do with people. So you know how we get down, man. They got two choices in life, man.
Yeah.
Building blocks or roadblocks. Which one you gonna choose? Let's build, baby.
Yeah, let's build, man. Straight up, man. And that's it. You know, I'm gonna kind of ride that wave, man. That, like you said, you know, you got roadblocks and you got building blocks, right? So are you gonna think about every reason why you can't do something? You know, I'm asking the viewer that right now. You ask yourself that. Are you gonna think about every reason? Just change this small shift. Stop thinking about every reason that you can't do something. And then think about every reason that you can do it, right? I don't care what it is, man. Yeah, I can get over from A to B because I can call my homie and he's gonna come pick me up because he knows it's on some, so I can get there, right? So I can do that. So now, well, how can I get to the next? Don't think about why you can't. Think about why you can, and use that God-given talent, right? That I know that you have, and you know that you have. You know, because I knew it. I knew it. Coach Dubb knew it. And so we're using it, man, because that's what we think about, how we can, you know, how we can, not how we can't, guys. So I'm going to see you guys, man, especially November 4th through the 6th. I will leave that link in the description for y'all, and I'll put it on my bio on IG. All right. So we got to get up out of here. Till next time. Let's get to it, y'all.
Peace and blessings.
All right.